nice Tallapoosa bass in the stream that may or may not be intergressed with some Alabama bass. This one looks pretty pure. The lateral markings on this fish are definitely more a series of blotches than they are a stripe like they would be in a pure Alabama bass. You can kind of see that the tail is rimmed with white like it should be. One thing that I really haven't talked much about, but other people use this as a distinguishing marker between red eyes and Alabama bass, is the tail. The tail for red eyes is generally more rounded, like this fish is, and much more sharply pointed in an Alabama bass, which the next one of them I get, will try to show you that. But this, I'm saying, is another really nice Tallapoosa bass. This, in contrast to the Chattahoochee bass that I was fishing for a couple weeks ago, this one's one of the bigger of the red-eye bass species. It routinely reaches 10, 11 inches. It's not that uncommon to catch 8 to 11 inch Tallapoosa bass, and that's really rare in some of the other species like Warrior and Chattahoochee. It's been a while, but there's another nice Alabama bass, nowhere near as big as that other one. Remember I told you about the tail of the red-eye bass and how they're more rounded. Here's a great example of how much sharper the tail is on the Alabama bass than it is the red eyes. That is a useful way to give you some hint about, number one, between the species, but also when you're looking at hybrids between these two species. The hybrids can have intermediate tails, or it can look somewhat like a red-eye bass, but the tail is really kind of sharp, or it could look a lot like an Alabama bass and the tail is kind of more rounded. And in streams like this, that's not that uncommon to see that, although this one here looks pretty much like a pure Alabama bass. Notice it's got closely connected blotches down the side to make that lateral stripe. No color in the anal fin, no color in the pelvic fin, no blue, pretty much no eye crescent. Doesn't look like there's really any eye crescent. Sometimes they can fool you because the eye of all bass does have, kind of a little sheath of muscle along the back side that is not dark, so it kind of looks like an eye crescent. This is a nice chunky little guy. This is about when they start putting on weight. Fish smaller than this are usually really quite narrow top to bottom, and that's another difference between them and red-eye bass that are little chunks pretty much their whole life.